first time I sang in front of people, I was 12. I was in 6th grade, and I sang Memories from Cats. I was so frightened that my knees were actually knocking each other. Yeah, I was really scared. I remember looking out and seeing my best friend. She was like the only person that I connected with in the audience, and I remember seeing her crying and thinking, that's powerful, and maybe I can do this again sometime.
Maybe I can use this to get things.
Yeah.
I have some musical questions.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
How many flats in the key of B flat?
2.
Nailed it. The Eagles, yes or no?
Big fan. Do you know that I can sing every single note of the guitar solo in Hotel California?
Okay.
I've always been a huge fan of T-Bone Burnett and all of his production work, and in 2008 he put out a solo record that I was so moved by, and there was one tune in particular on it that I listened to on repeat over and over and over again. Kill Zone, written by Roy Orbison, T-Bone Burnett, and Bob Newirth, kind of a really who's who of just heavyweight songwriters.
How much is not enough? How much is through? How long will I be getting over you?
I moved to New York in 2004, and it was kind of a cool time. I mean, it felt like a cool time to move to New York. I was going out and seeing a ton of music every week. Gradually, just kept making music with friends, and then slowly added people to the mix. Get Gone and Number One are both Aaron Lee Tasjan tunes. Wonderful guitarist, first and foremost, but a great songwriter. Has a really interesting background, was a member of this kind of glam rock band, the Semi-Precious Weapons. Pretty happening. Recording Number One was a wonderful experience. We breathed together, we played together. It was a conversation, it was a dialogue, and I think that really comes across on the recording.
Home is just for walls and a ceiling. How come I don't belong?
Are those real?
My tits.
Strings on the record.
I've made a bunch of EPs, but this is technically my debut record, and it's really just a mix of material that we all felt good about, kind of a living thing, really, that a bunch of friends that are also great musicians put together.
Take me safely home. Take me safely home.
You used to waitress.
Yes?
Do you know how to give the Heimlich maneuver?
Absolutely.
Really?
No question. Quick and sharp, quick and sharp. The fist is so that I don't break your sternum. Oh.
Today I passed you on the street.
I've always loved Hank Williams. I've always been kind of bowled over by how deep his catalog is, and he died so young. And we actually recorded 2 of his tunes, but the one that made it onto the record, I Can't Help It If I'm Still in Love With You, I recorded it, and Ethan Eubanks had this brilliant idea of bringing in Teddy Thompson, who Ethan works with. The guy can sing the phone book. He's just got such a beautiful voice, and it was such a pleasure to do a duet with him. I really feel like he's got that kind of high high, lonesome sound that you're looking for in a Hank Williams tune.
A picture from the past came slowly sealing.
It was definitely a deliberate decision to put the record out in the UK. People really listen to the radio here. Radio is still a viable and living way that people experience music, and I love that. I've always been from Nevada, which never seemed like an exciting thing, but I think it is here in the UK, and it's fun to bring the particular thing that we do to a new audience that may have not been exposed to much of the kind of music that we make.
What's it like being married to an astronaut?